What's up, guys? I wanted to talk about this Excel Bay Pro 22. This is a 2018 Bay Pro that I modified. I'll show you guys what I did to it. So I actually ended up picking this up in Alabama, and I ended up driving it up north to Minnesota. I'd never seen any boat like this in Minnesota. I've seen other Excel boats, smaller, but this is the first boat that I saw that was a bay boat, which is technically made for saltwater. But this has been a great boat. I just kind of wanted to show you guys some modifications that I've made to the boat, just to kind of suit me here in Minnesota. So I'll give you guys a quick walkthrough. I'm currently in the border of Canada, Minnesota, so if you see me swatting horse flies, damn things, I hate them. So that's what the shaking video. So we'll kind of start up here in the front. I have an Ultrex. This came with it. There is no compartment for this pedal. I believe maybe it's this compartment. In this compartment I have emergency supplies. I have some flares, flashlight, or a spotlight for this front section here. I'm running in a Humminbird Helix 7 that came with it, and then on the back over there I have a 175 Suzuki, which I cannot say enough good things about this motor. It's truly awesome. I believe the draft for this boat, I apologize, my camera for the wide portion is broken, but I believe that the draft for this boat is 16 inches is what they told me. I do have two talons in the back, 15-foot talons, so obviously that's a big motor, a lot of weight in the back. I'm sure that if you put a smaller motor, it might draft an even smaller amount of water. And it does come with the hydraulic jack back there. But probably the cool thing that I've modified on this boat is this cabinet here, this one. This used to be an open space on the Bay Pro, and what I wanted was a larger deck. So if you can imagine, this cabinet here was not there. It used to just kind of be like a V-shaped, and you know, there was like a drop down. So I wanted more deck space to fish. And so I had a friend of mine built this, and it's a large compartment. You can fit a cooler in there. It actually comes with if you buy the Bay Pro, it comes with a section. I don't know if you guys can see that box section down there. That's where the cooler goes. This compartment was super cool. I highly recommend somebody, if you wanted more deck space on the Bay Pro, definitely get that done. And it actually looks pretty cool. I've been really happy with it. So I had somebody paint it locally. The paint job is not perfect, but it matched it kind of good. You know, I'm happy with it. Definitely solid. You can step on it. It's reinforced. Has the latch. Oops, let's drop that there. But yeah, definitely recommend that. The other modification that I did was, this used to be a bimini top. So right over here, everything from here down was part of the bimini top, and all I did was unscrew this, and then I had somebody manufacture this like crash bar. And I love this crash bar because, you know, I'm gonna get up here real quick. This crash bar is super cool because when you're sitting here in the front, you're able to kind of grab on, you know, when you're sitting on the console, you're able to grab onto these handles. And then also when you're moving back and forth along this rail, it helps to kind of hang on to this as you're moving around. Also, when other people are riding next door or next to you, so let's assume somebody's, you know, captain is there and somebody is next to you, they can also hang on to the bars. You're also able to hang stuff off of it. So for me, I've been able to hang some boga grips here. There's some pliers, and then I'm able to kind of wedge my fishing net in this little spot here. So it's really cool, and I love the look of it. Let's see if I can. The sun's kind of in the way, but it just looks really, really neat. Love the way that came out. I'll give you guys a side profile view here. I do duck hunt out of this thing. Believe it or not, last year we were able to put 6 duck hunters on this boat. I removed I think we used the seat here, and we put one more seat here, and then one person was down lower and was able to kind of sit in that while they were waiting. And then the blind kind of wrapped this way around. It was higher in the front and a little bit lower in the back. And then I just draped that whole console with camo netting. What else? Yeah, I really like this. I can't say enough. I do also like that it's able to hide these fishing rods so that you don't bump them. The other thing that has been really helpful is if you have extra rods. I apologize here for the zoomed in, but if you have extra rods, you can, sorry, these horseflies are being assholes. If so, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. There we go. If you have extra fishing rods, you can kind of loop them around that, and they can just kind of sit in that little space in between the bars. So I mean, really, you can fit 3 plus, I don't know, 4 more fishing rods down there. What else? This boat has this extra seats down here. This also has more compartment space. This is the fuel tank here, and I also keep some life jackets on top of the fuel tank. Under here, there's an area for another seat that goes right behind the console seat. I believe this is a 30-gallon live well. It might be 40. I'm not entirely sure, but I keep the chair back there. What else? This is also another seat with storage underneath. Again, this is a top-down view. That's a Hummingbird. Oh boy, I think this is a 12-inch Hummingbird. And then as far as the console goes, that's for the talons. That's for the spotlight. We got a bilge. There's a stereo. I even have an amp inside the console. Speakers are in there. There's an aerator control system for the front live well, one for the back live well. There's 2 live wells on here, by the way. You got cup holders. This deck back here, I fish this deck a lot. 2 people can fish back here. There's plenty of space. Other thing I do like about this is on the console, I do like that you're able to put fishing rods here on the back when you're trolling. Obviously this gets in the way if you're fishing with 2 people, you know, if you're side, there's the view, by the way. If you're fishing with, you know, like overhand, that can definitely get in the way. So, but very nice storage. I do like that. Again, just another view here. Console, front deck. One last area that I wanted to show you guys was this little cool compartment here. I keep bug spray, some extra pliers, and back here, this is the other live well. This one I think is, I don't know how many gallons this thing is. I want to say this is a 20-gallon one. So that's it. Forgot 2 of the compartments. This is for the fishing rods. I usually put guns in that. It's a gun box. It's water proof. This one has the rod holders, which you can add on. And then the last compartment that I want to add on or show you guys was this one. This is a cooler. I don't think it's insulated. Someone can correct me if they think it is. But I just usually put ice in here. You can put fish, you know, to keep them chilled. It's a pretty large space. I just keep extra gear in there. One last thing I wanted to mention was that this cabinet that I added, it is removable. There is, oh, here we go. There's some bolts, 2 bolts, 3 bolts, I believe, and that removes the whole cabinet. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. So that is my review.